finishing up. I'll let Lexi finish. This is the meeting of the Last Chance, which is part of the Real Property Committee. For those of you who don't know, the committee here will make the decisions. I'm the chairman. My name's Jim Brack. Most of the supervisors are in the circle here. The county attorney is right here, Mike Swan.
No, that's the county attorney.
I mean, county treasurer is Mike Swan. And Lexi is the one you've been dealing with. You don't want your promotion?
He doesn't want that job.
No. I'm happy where I'm at.
All right, so you're supposed to make a motion to approve
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
and all that.
All right, I need a motion first to approve last month's minutes.
So moved.
Second by Matt Simpson. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, now I'll turn the meeting, or at least the beginning of it, to Lexi.
Morning, everybody. You guys will find all in your packets. I've given you the last chance meeting request form, as well as the tax amounts that are due. Our number one on the list, I'm just asking if you guys could kick that one to the end, so we'll hear that one last. If we could just skip to number 2. And that's the property under Helen Langlos and Matthew. Christina is here to speak for Matthew, and she does have a power of attorney. So if you could hear from her first.
Okay. Christine?
Sorry, I really don't know where to begin. I feel like we've been a victim of circumstances, though. We rented out the property in hopes to be able to take care of the tax matter, and we haven't received one single rent payment. It's been about 2 years. I'm in the process of trying to get them out now. I feel like we'll be able to make the agreement, though. I've gone over the numbers, and I'm confident that I would be able to pull that off. Matthew will be out in October, and he will be able to then help me finish paying that off. While he was gone, I also, my son became mentally ill, so I kind of fell back because I had to leave work for a little while to attend his mental health, but he's back on track, and like I said, I feel like this is something that I can take on, and I was always told you try everything even if you might fail. So I guess today I'm just asking for some understanding and some mercy on my family. I would hate to lose this home. It's been in the family for many years, and it's the home that I started building with my children. Again, I just want some compassion and understanding and time to fix this problem. I came in the middle of the problem, so I'm trying to help, and I don't want to lose it.
Okay.
I'd make a motion that we approve the request.
Well, I just want to make sure I'm clear on what exactly what you've already talked to her about, Lexi, and what the request is. So Christina is requesting to enter into an installment agreement by the end of August. So she would like an extension till August 31st to be able to come up with the 25% down, which you all have that on your sheets, the figure that she would need. So that's the extension she's looking for from you.
Sorry.
I second Peter's motion then for that particular request, if that's okay with you, Peter.
Thank you.
Okay, and all in favor?
Aye.
Can I just one quick thing. Anybody who is getting an extension from the county, please stop here and
Okay.
see me, because in order for you to do anything, you have to have this little slip of paper with my initials on it to be starting the process in the treasurer's office.
Okay.
They won't do anything unless they have this, okay? Just so everybody understands that.
Thank you.
Now, do you understand the installment agreement, Lexi?
Yes, I went over it.
Yep,
Okay.
we did. Christina, just stop down there and make sure that they have the address that they need to mail that, okay?
Okay, no
Thank
problem.
you.
Thank you. Thank you all for your time.
Okay. Okay, next.
Next is Teresa Runowitz. I might pronounce that wrong. If I did, I'm sorry.
No, perfect. I've owned this house for almost 20 years. I moved here from Ohio, and every time someone needs a place to stay, they come to my house. And I've had people stay there and promise to pay rent and then don't pay rent. And they're mostly younger children. I have 5. I have a son who has ataxia, which is on the autism spectrum. And he's not biologically mine, but his mother was abusive and I took custody of him. And I would like an extension to the end of August. I have almost all the money for the down payment to get an installment plan. I've been on it before and I have made my payments. It's just that I haven't been able to. I was in the hospital 8 times last year. I have cancer. It's in remission, and thank God it's been in remission for 10 years as of this month. So I would like an extension until the end of August. My friends say that I'm the home for wayward idiots because they all go, oh, can I stay a couple nights? And I say yes, because I don't want to see anybody living on the street.
Okay.
Especially when they're not even adults.
Now well, first before we discuss this, I need a motion. Dan?
I make the motion that we allow the extension.
I'll second it.
Second. Any discussion? My only question to you is, have you used the resources available at the county?
I've contacted Friends of the North Country, and I've got to call them when I leave here,
Right.
and North Country Ministries, and my advocate through my health care provider, because I'm not supposed to have any stress.
Right.
So I've contacted all of them to help.
Okay. There are many resources here at the county that you can use. You might want to look at the whole
Well, I've talked
picture.
to Lexi. Actually, I talked to her this morning. And I'm reaching out to
Yep.
I'm just like selling stuff just to, you know.
Yep. Okay. I need yes, Matt?
For clarification, are we approving to pay the full amount at the end of August, or is this to enter into a...
No, to enter into a payment agreement.
Payment agreement.
Okay.
Matt, we didn't know at the time what exactly was going to happen. That's why there's not a 25% figure on the sheet, and it's just the total amount due. So she needs 25% of that figure to be able to go into an installment agreement on August 31st.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Great.
So
Thank you so
If you
much.
could see
Thank
Mr.
you.
Swan here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Okay. On to number 4, which is Cheryl and John Schaff. I believe they're sitting over there. They want to enter into an installment, they just want to pay off. Sorry.
As I stated, we have very limited income, and we do have the money today if it will be accepted.
I'll make that motion.
Seconded by Supervisor Leggett. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, if you could see Mr. Swan here.
Take this down to the treasurer's office and give it to the clerk. Take this down to the treasurer's office, which is right next door to the MD downstairs, and give that down. We'll accept the money. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, number 5 is Edmund Robinson.
Mr. Robinson,
Just to make the committee aware ahead of time, he's looking to go into an installment agreement, but he's putting larger than the 25% figure down. That's what he's looking to do. Edmund?
Hi. Good morning. Well, it's been a very tough last few years with multiple surgeries, my heart, my legs, and when it comes to paperwork, I'm just not the sharpest pencil in the bunch. So, but I do have sold what I can, anything I could, to come up with at least almost 50% of the 25%. And with the help of my sister, put me on a budget, she's come up with everything I need for the month, how much to put away a month. So I think I can all set, ready to.
okay. Do we have a motion to approve the credit? Peter, Matt, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, if
Okay,
you could
thank
see
you very
Mr.
much.
Swan.
Edmund, you just have to go to the treasurer's office, okay?
Yep.
Okay. Next in your packet is at the top right. They're labeled 6A, B, and C. They're labeled that way because it's all the same owner. Mr. Ringer. Mike.
Hi.
I believe Mike's just here and wants to be able to pay these
Just
off.
pay everything, get it over.
Is that for all 3 lots or?
Yeah, there's just, yeah, I've got all the money for everything.
Okay. Do we, Mr. Stroud?
I'll move acceptance of that.
Second by Mr. Simpson, Supervisor Simpson. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Ringer, if you see Mr. Swan, our attorney.
Okay, next on the list is a Jack Fox, and I believe Janice is supposed to be here.
I brought a letter from him today stating that I can represent him. This is just a story of miscommunication between a husband and wife living 1,300 miles apart from each other. Okay. We originally had asked to pay $14,000 today. I have the $7,000 today. We did take a withdrawal. I just don't have that check physically in our hand. It should be coming this week and can pay the additional $7,000 by the end of the week. He's coming home next week, and we will be able to pay off the remaining balance by August 31st. And here I do have bank statements that are CDs here that he has to get into because unfortunately they only have his name on it, well, fortunately for him. So we do have the full amount by August 31st. I have the proof to show you. I'm here with $7,000 today and $7,000 by the end of the week, and that's what we're asking.
Okay, we have Supervisor, yes.
So are you saying by Friday you'll have the 14?
Oh, I have 7 today and 7 on Friday.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So I would kind of recommend that we wait till Friday because I know that you had originally told me the 14.
Yep.
So that's what the treasurer's office drafted up the installment agreement for,
Okay.
was for the 14.
Yep.
Otherwise, it means they have to go through and redo
Yeah.
all that paperwork. I
I-
don't know how consuming that is.
I
Or do you
called
wanna
our
wait till
IRA.
Friday?
It's en route. I just don't
No,
physically
I
have it to
understand.
deposit.
I
this morning.
completely understand.
I would appreciate that if we just said, okay, if you got the 14,000 by the end of the week, we can do the installment and go from there.
Okay.
But is she asking for an installment or asking
well-
to pay off the entire thing by August 31st? That seems a little different.
Right, but she wanted to put down a figure in the beginning and then pay the balance. So in order to do that, she would go into an installment, and then they would just recalculate the whole percentage for the end of the month.
If they come in by the end of August
There
and
wouldn't be
pay
any
it off,
extra.
then she's actually going to save quite a bit in interest, because we would calculate interest over the next 2 years while the installment's in. So, and there's no penalty, actually, you save money by paying off the installment on it. But
And we-
this ensures her that she's not going to have a problem. If something happens and you can't come up with the money by the end of the month,
She's already in the
you're already in the
agreement.
installment, you're safe.
Because we can't
and you
just
can-
take a
and you can
partial
go
payment.
further from there.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So in order to take a partial payment, you would have to do the installment agreement. So,
I make a motion that we allow her to make the down payment and enter
By
into
Friday.
an installment agreement. Yeah, making the down payment by Friday.
I'll second.
Second.
Which is,
which is, like you said, by Friday you'll have the 14,000.
just so I know the
So
amount.
you would come back to the treasurer's office on Friday
Sure.
with that full 14,000 and then just sign for the installment agreement at that point.
Okay,
Okay?
sure.
All in
I
favor?
will give you a sheet on that.
That was passed, yeah.
Aye.
I assume there wasn't.
Okay, number 8 is Andrew Cleveland. Hi, Andrew.
Hi.
You had told me that you were paying off, I believe?
Yes, if
Okay.
you allow me to, yes.
Do you have the full figure? Did you
Yes.
get that from them? Okay. So,
We need a motion. Nat? Second? Dan? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, if you see Mr.
okay. Next is number 9, which is William Bocas. Hi, William.
Good morning.
You wanted to enter into, I think, an installment agreement?
Yes, I'm here today to ask for an installment agreement. I have the appropriate money to, that you asked me for in the letter.
5% down.
Yes.
All right. We need a motion. Mr. Leggett? Do we have a second?
Pardon?
Mr. Stroud? All in favor?
They're just concurring that you can go into an agreement.
Okay.
This is how we do the approval part of it.
Go downstairs.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
We're a little rusty here.
It's okay.
Okay. Next in your package, you have a number 10, and then you have 11A through, I think it's 11F. Number 10 is Mary Morrow, and the 11A through 11F is Hudson Heights Preserve LLC / Mary Morrow. Mary actually owns the development, so they'll all be heard together.
Good morning. I too have a letter from my mother. I'm sorry, Lexi,
Okay.
that didn't get to you before. Authorizing my appearance on her behalf, and I come with a bank check in the full amount as well.
Pay everything off?
You paying the down payment or the
No,
full?
the full
full
amount.
thing?
For all the lots?
Every
There's
single
no-
lot.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll make that motion to accept payment.
And a second by Supervisor Leggett. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, if you can see Mr.
Thank you
Swan.
very much.
Right here.
I don't have a statement. No, you have to take the check down to the treasurer's office and they can receive it. If you hand them that. Yep, right down. Thank you for all you did.
You are very welcome. Okay, next is a Jeffrey Bonus.
How are you today?
Good.
I would like the opportunity to pay off the balance. I've got a bank check with me, just a simple oversight of my part, and I'll apologize for it.
Mr. Simpson made a motion. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Leggett. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Jeff. Next on the list is Diane Frazier. However, it is John, her husband, here to represent her.
Morning.
Morning.
I'd like to pay the whole amount.
Okay. I need a motion.
You can do
Aye.
that?
Claudia makes a motion. Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
I do have some people in the back that I did not hear from. So if one of you at a time or whatever would like to come up to the podium, I'm not sure. I know your face, properties in Stony
Good
Creek.
morning, yes,
Cassie,
Stony Creek,
speaking.
Cassie.
Okay.
So I'm here because I called like 3 weeks ago, and I get a chance to pay 25% to start the installment agreement. But I'm supposed to call back, and if I get this money, because it's this 25% comes into $5,000, so it's like substantial amount for us at these days. And I'm here to asking for the actually to still have a chance to enter in this installment agreement, but I can't provide this 25% today. I need another like time to collect this $5,000.
Can you, I don't know what's your name, sir?
My name is Dariusz Buczyński. I'm the husband of Margaret Cassie.
The property is under Ms.
Property in
Cassie,
Stony Creek, 21 Tanner
town of
Lane.
Stony Creek. However, nobody has reached out to me. I don't know who you reached out to to talk
Yes.
to about this, because we have a form this year that you had to fill out to come to the meeting, and so
Because I was in the city at this time, and I called the office. It was before the. It means the lady told me that up to July 30th I should be. It was a Friday probably. I should be here with the down payment, so I can. They could read.
July 14th was the last day
July
redeemed.
14th maybe, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to collect this money, I couldn't. Our situation right now is that all our life we have been like self-employed. We have the business in the city, which went down, and actually I landed the job just this year, on the beginning of the year, and we have a lot of like kind of paybacks for the family, because we borrowed the money for you know, just to survive. But right now we got kind of good perspectives. I got the job of the general manager in the construction company, and even my boss, knowing about the problems, he promised me loan for this taxes, but it comes with the end of the project what we're doing, which we will finish in the middle of September, I'm sorry. So right now he is willing to give me this $5,000, and actually he gave me the check for this amount which I have with me, but he asked me to not deposit it yet because he's supposed to don't have like kind of payment for his contractor, or I don't know whom. And so I don't know, I believe that I will be able to give this down payment like on the end of this month, and would like to enter the agreement if you agree.
Is Margaret here?
Margaret is in the city. She couldn't. We have a daughter which needs all the time attention, and she couldn't come with me.
I mean, I guess we've given a lot of other people the extension to enter the agreement until August 31st.
Right. I don't know how, do you know if the down payment is
I have no
5,000?
figures.
Yes,
I said that
yes. I believe that it was about almost $5,000 equals. So this is what I got the check for $5,000. But once again, I can't deposit it yet, so I have to wait for my boss. And
So you're saying you have $5,000 with you today?
I have a check which is addressed to me from my company,
But we can't deposit.
but we can't deposit it yet until I got the.
But none of us know the figure. That's our only issue, is that we don't have a figure to give you. So if committee decides to give them an extension till the end of the month, you would have to go to the treasurer's office and find out what it would be to go into an installment agreement, what the 25% figure would be, because none of us have that, because we
Okay.
were unaware that you were coming. So they could give you the 25%, and it would either have to be cash or certified funds to be able to go into an installment agreement.
I understand.
Were you previously in an installment
Yes, I
agreement?
was in the installment agreement. It was like 4 years ago, I believe, 3 years ago.
Okay, I have Matt.
We're here now, and he's here. Can we call down there and get that number? And
I can, but the thing of it is, he doesn't have any money today to go into the installment agreement.
Okay.
He has a
Yep.
check made out to him from his company, so he doesn't
Yeah.
have the funds.
Well, I think what Matt wants is to know what the facts are, and then we can,
I can go make that call.
I mean, and kind of give them the,
right,
No idea.
we don't want to approve something and then not have it.
Thanks, Lexi.
Do you want to take a seat while we...
Yep.
Are you looking... No.
That'll be online in the middle of September. Our foreclosure auction isn't until October 21st.
Yeah, but cheaper one down at the...
Oh, is this for a mortgage foreclosure? That would be downstairs in the main lobby of the building.
Go down the stairs and turn right. And it's, go back down the stairs and turn right, and it'll be in a little tiny lobby right there. There should be a referee. If you're looking for an actual mortgage foreclosure, there should be a referee there. Right now? Yes.
Yep.
Oh. They want me to go upstairs. Sorry.
I think Mr. Sokol wants to pay his...
I'm telling you, my office right now is slammed, so they're not happy. Because you guys are going way too fast.
Oh.
I hope it gets on the record, that'll be
what kind of copy is it on?
Board of Supervisors. So,
Greg.
take a minute to get that.
Definitely missed that.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Hold on.
I tried to get you promoted.
That's not a
I told you I
promotion, in
was...
my opinion.
I told you I was in a
You're
fast.
gonna have to just like turn it completely off.
That's why I had Claudia come up, and I'm like... Yeah.
Good meeting. Yeah, we that was coming in Ingelbright. He's a class. Of course, for 35 years. He's a real smart guy. Those two, Dan and Billy, Dan voted, you know, that's solution that Billy voted for it. President.
Okay. So the total amount due is $19,658.62. So the 25% down would be $4,914.66. I wrote that down on a little Post-it for this gentleman. That's the figure that we have. So.
Do you understand how the installment works itself?
Yes, I understand, because we went through this process before, so I understand.
But you're not in one now.
No.
No.
We finished one like 3 years ago. We got one chance, and
All right.
right now,
So that would be the amount down.
I understand.
September, by the end of September, your first payment's going to be due. And then your next payment would be December, then March, then June, and then you'd have a...
First payment's due the 1st of September.
Okay, I thought it was till the end of September.
Well,
And I read the resolution, I'm sorry. I apologize.
So then it's I understand that it's gonna be kind of double, because 1st of the August is going to be down payment plus the first payment.
Right.
So what
I
was
do
the
my
first,
best.
what was the first payment?
The August 31st figure would be the figure I gave him of the $4,914.66.
Yes.
Then the first payment would be,
Due in September.
how much would that be?
I don't know. They would have to calculate that out because they then take and add all the interest and penalties that are spread out over the 2 years
It's gonna roughly
into the
be
installment
$3,000.
agreement.
I'm sorry.
Roughly $3,000.
Roughly $3,000.
Yeah.
So you,
Yes, I will be able to
Okay,
do it.
yep.
It's like, you know, we got other sources too. I can ask family for help, but definitely want to keep the property and pay these taxes back.
All right.
And I want to be clear too that Margaret needs to sign the as the landowner.
Yes, I understand. I understand.
So she has
Yes,
to come.
she
the
she
day
will
of
come
the
the day.
installment
Yes.
agreement.
All right, we need a motion to approve.
Can I ask a question, Jim?
Yep.
I'm not on the committee. So, the first installment was paid off at Bull Mike? As far, yeah, I'm gonna go with what Lexi just found, yes.
Yeah, they were in an agreement before and that was paid off.
And then it lapsed again? No,
It
he just didn't make any tax payments after that was paid off. Well, then the property lapsed again?
Yes.
Mm-hmm, yes, okay.
Okay,
I'll
so-
second.
Okay, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, you're approved.
I
You
won't-
don't have a slip to give him, do you?
No.
No.
What I'll
No.
do is,
He has the figure. You can draft
Yes,
up a slip and
I got
give
the
girl
figure.
after.
yeah.
So I called the office and whatever we coming, we will come with my wife.
Can we be clear on the date that he needs to come in by? What did we?
August 31st,
August,
right?
We
August
gave him till August
31st.
31st.
So it's
Okay.
the last day.
Yeah.
We can be earlier because,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, come early.
yeah, I will. It's like I waiting for this, you know, check to be cleared for me, and then I can put this down
Do you
payment
have
right
a
away.
phone number where I can get a hold of you?
Yes.
Yes,
we
of
don't-
course. It's the best one is 718-552-6523.
What I'll do is I will have my staff draft up the installment agreement. We will give you a call as exactly what it amounts to, and ask you where you want it sent.
Yes.
And we can mail it to you, and you can send it back with a notarized signature. And
I
that.
believe that we come back here to the
Okay,
office
let's-
like
yeah, I'm
and
just-
do it personally.
Okay, that's
Right.
fine. I mean, we prefer that, but
Yes.
if you can't make it, we can do it.
No, no, definitely we can do it. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. So if we could go back to the number one that I asked you to hold to the end.
Yep.
The property is under a David Thompson, and also on the top of the sheet, I have Frank Morehouse Jr. listed because Frank Morehouse is the person holding the mortgage on the property, and the property was his mom's property. So Frank would just like a chance to explain the situation and speak to you guys. Frank?
Thank you. I was the executor of my parents' estate, and we sold their house in 2013 to a young couple who has since reneged on the mortgage. So I started a foreclosure action in February of 2016 against them, and our first court date was in June. It was postponed until July. We had a hearing in August. My next court date is in September. At that time, it's my hope that he'll agree to a deed in lieu of foreclosure, but he has filed a protest, which I don't believe has any grounds. But long story short, if things go well in September, I'll have ownership of the house, and at that time, my plan would be to either enter into an agreement or do a quick sale on the property and pay off the taxes. But at this point, I have no basis to make an agreement for payment because I don't own the property, theoretically. And I don't understand half of it, but that's the gist of it is.
I've had numerous postponements in court. One, I think, was for the other party to seek counsel.
Right, the first adjournment was so that they could go to legal aid and get assistance, which they didn't do. They came back in August, and the judge gave them 2 more weeks to go to legal aid, which they did do, and at that time, legal aid filed an objection saying that I believe the word was bait and switch, that the mortgage agreement wasn't what he had seen prior to entering the mortgage agreement, which I find is hard to believe because it's the mortgage that he signed. So we've been going back and forth with that. It's my understanding now that the same attorney showed up with him in September and did offer to help him do a deed in lieu of foreclosure. So I'm kind of at my wit's end. I don't know. My intent would be to make the county whole with it, however we have to do it, whether it be through an agreement or... My other problem is I have no idea what the inside of the house looks like, so I don't know how quick it's going to be to turn it over. But hopefully, maybe once I have ownership, I can take a small mortgage on the property and pay off the taxes and do whatever else I have to do to get it sellable again. The problem I have is the court date is in September. I'm sure I'm going to have to do an eviction to get him out of there. So I honestly don't know how much of an extension to ask for. I'm guessing it's going to be 90 days to get him out of the house if things are agreed on in September. But
so we're talking December, January?
January 1st, maybe. I would hope.
Well, you could enter the installment agreement before you get him evicted. Assuming you have the deed by September.
Right.
In September.
Right.
He can only enter the installment agreement if he has the deed into his name.
Right.
But if before he can even start the eviction, correct me if I'm wrong, he can have title to it and enter the installment agreement even though those people are still there. Right.
Well, theoretically, once he agrees to the deed in lieu of foreclosure, hopefully at that time the date of his departure will also be part of that deal. But the way things have gone so far, it's just dragged on, and I wouldn't guarantee anything.
What do you recommend there, Lexi?
I'm not sure. I mean, at what point do you think you would be able to come up with the 25% down payment?
Well, again,
depends on what happens in court in September.
If the property's mine, there's some equity there that I can use for. I've already remortgaged my house to get into this this deal, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hesitate to do that again, but I'll do whatever I have to do to get the taxes paid.
But he can't do it until he has title to the
Until I have property.
It depends on what the court decision says. I don't know. I guess I can explain that if we go beyond October 1st, you're basically giving Frank another year. So I'm just putting that out there for the committee because...
Maybe just extend it to October 1st, and if things don't work out by the middle part of October or something, Frank gets
September,
in touch
you mean? Middle of September?
Middle of September. Frank gets in touch with us and says,
we can take it back to the committee at that point?
Can we... Yeah.
Correct. We granted extensions until the end of last year, or the end of 16.
Mr. Garrity?
We've pulled properties from sale before, right?
Yeah.
You can pull a property for a year,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Correct.
I mean, I know we've done that in the past.
I'd say let's give Frank until September 31st to enter the installment agreement. And if it looks like by mid-September it's not working out, he can come back to us. There's no September 31st, sorry. Okay, September 30th.
I usually would have another committee meeting at the end of September.
September 29th is a Friday.
So I'd probably be the beginning there of that week. I would have another committee meeting usually. Depends on how the schedules fall. But That's about when my committee is.
that
So
way
maybe
that-
after he goes to court, he can reach back out to me and let us know where you're at that point, and then we could take it back to committee for committee to make a further decision.
I certainly will have a better idea
Mhm.
by the end of September. And like I say, if I do have ownership at that point, I can
Right.
enter into an agreement, hopefully.
Do we need a motion to, yeah, I need a motion, Mr. Leg, or do you have a question? September,
No,
Hold
my
it till
motion,
the
my
following
motion
committee?
is, I made a motion to give until the end of
Okay.
September, which is the 29th, in fact, to enter the installment agreement, which means he needs the deed and he needs 25%.
Or he needs to reach out to me after court
Yeah.
and
Right.
decide whether he's going back on the September committee agenda.
do we have a second? Mr. Leggett, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
September 29th.
Thank you.
Thanks, Frank. Okay, I do have one more I just wanted to go over with you. I did pass you out a separate sheet of paper that said list of property owners that were granted an extension until the end of August. When we had reworked the whole last chance meeting this past year, authorization was for the treasurer to be able to allow people that have been in a prior installment agreement or are currently in an installment agreement an extension until the end of August. So I'm just giving that information out to you guys so that you would have it. As you can see, some people actually paid by going into installment agreements because they had been in them prior, so we didn't put them back through committee. We handled it in-house through the treasurer's office. There is still other people, they were granted extensions, though, just till August 31st. We just wanted you all to be aware of it.
Someone does not have paid by those are granted until
August 31st. Mm-hmm.
I've been in contact with almost all of them and reminding them of the date.
All right. Do we have any other questions, discussions?
I'd just like to say, I compliment the meeting and try to bring the understanding that we made about that really help the process. We'll put this application in front of you, so I compliment
I think, well, thank you. I think the real, besides Mrs. Bramer, is Lexi and Mike Swan also did a great job. They were the substance of this, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn?
Anybody want to leave or no? I think John does.
John?
All in favor?
Aye.
All that want to stay? Matt wants to stay.
Actually, I won't take that.